Hello everyone and welcome back to the Biblical Bookworm. My name is Elizabeth and today I'm doing a special video again, which means that I'm not talking about a book, but about something else. And in this case, I'm talking about CatholicMatch. I'm making a review of that app. I've also read a couple of reviews on the internet, so I'll be also mentioning what other people said about the app and commenting on those. And I've structured the video in a couple of questions, and I'll make some timestamps so that you can choose the question that interests you most. And real quick, what is CatholicMatch? It's, I think, the biggest dating app for Catholics in the world. It has currently 1.5 million users, and it was founded in 1999, so it's pretty old. Okay, so the first question I would like to address today is who should use CatholicMatch, or who is the app designed for? And the app is for people who are seriously looking for someone to marry, who are sure that their vocation is marriage, and for whom faith is an important part of their relationship. Because in the app you have to answer multiple questions about your relationship with the faith and how important that is in your life. And I mean, I'll talk about that in some other questions throughout the video, but this shows you that the app isn't just for casual hookups. Okay, next question. When should you maybe overthink using the app? The first thing that comes to my mind here is if you haven't discerned your vocation yet. I would suggest doing the spiritual exercises. I've done a video about that in the past. I'll link it over here. And the thing is that it's really important to know what God's will is before you try to find someone on a dating app. And I mean, St. Alphonsus Liguori talks about that, Father Mike Schmitz talks about that the way to become a saint is to do God's will. I'll do a video next week about Uniformity with God's Will, which is a book I really recommend to every one of you. And this really shows us that we shouldn't just go on a dating app because we feel like it right now. And another reason that might be a reason to overthink using CatholicMatch is when you're lonely, because again, you're using the app for wrong purposes. A fellow YouTuber, Monet Souza, on her YouTube channel, A Message of Hope, made a video about that. You can watch that. I've linked it in the description. And also, maybe don't use the app when you're bored, because obviously that would be using someone else to have fun, which isn't a nice thing to do. And also, you can view marriage or the whole dating thing, especially marriage, as the most important business decision in your life. That's not something I'm saying. This, for example, is something that Ali Abdaal said, who is a productivity guru here on YouTube. And the thing is, you wouldn't buy stocks because you're bored, and you shouldn't do the same thing with marriage. Then we have another thing, is you're looking for approval, that you're attractive, you're looking for appreciation. The thing is that this might solve this problem. You might see, okay, people are liking my profile, but it makes you dependent on this app or the person that gives you this approval, and might cause even bigger problems in the future. Do you get good matches on CatholicMatch? I'll explain real quick how the matching system works. So you can take multiple personality tests and answer some questions on, for example, how many kids you want to have, what your financial goals for your relationship would be. And based on that, you will be matched with other users on the app. The problem is that the matching system is based off on location. So if you're living somewhere where hardly anyone uses the app, you will get matches that are that live close to you, rather than matches that actually are similar to you and who might actually be someone you're looking for. So the matching system might work when you're living somewhere where CatholicMatch is popular, but when you're living in Europe, for example, it doesn't work that well. But the app has a really specific search function which can substitute the matching procedure, because you can filter out people by their height, by their location. I think it goes really specific. I'm not sure if you can filter out people by their eye color, but you can really say what you're looking for, and the app will show you a list of people that have those traits. Is CatholicMatch for people who live outside of the US? As I've mentioned before, the matching system doesn't work that well, and you have to bear in mind that 80% of the users of the app live in the US. The app has 1.5 million subscribers right now, and 1.2 of them are from the US. So when you're living somewhere else, you don't have that many options. So the app right now isn't really suited for people outside the US, but maybe if more people subscribed, it would work again. And you have the option on the app to say that you would be willing to relocate for your relationship, but the app doesn't change the matching system according to that. So you still get people who live close to you. Are people on CatholicMatch attractive? I'm addressing this question because I've read on the internet some reviews of other people that were saying that the singles on CatholicMatch are really unattractive, that they are ugly, and I wanted to address this in this video. The thing is that many users don't take good pictures, which is the reason why it looks like as if people on CatholicMatch were less attractive, but I don't think that's true. And I would really recommend, if you're considering using the app, take good pictures of yourself. This is really important. Even if the Catholic faith is discouraging vanity and stuff like that. Of course, vanity is bad, but taking a good picture on a dating app is really important. What did I like about CatholicMatch? I really like how many questions you have to answer before you can make a profile on CatholicMatch, because regular dating apps only have like a picture of you have a picture of yourself and maybe some keywords or something underneath your picture, and it's not really it doesn't say anything about your personality or your interests. And on CatholicMatch you have to go through really many questions before you're done with signing up, and those questions, for example, are whether you agree with the church's teachings, for example, whether you agree that premarital sex is bad, whether you believe in the infallibility of the Pope, whether you would take contraception, whether you think that Mary was a virgin. Then it also asks more superficial questions, for example, like what is your height, and what's your eye color, how many siblings do you have, also how many children do you want to have ideally, what else, what your eating habits are, and where are you living, like in a city or in a more rural area. And so I really like that, because that helps you to filter out the people that aren't interesting for you. You don't have to go through the whole small talk process. You can decide on the spot whether this person might be interesting for you or not. What do you get for free on the app? The normal subscription would cost you something around $10 a month, I think. But you can also use the app for free, but with some restrictions. And those restrictions, for example, are although you can see who viewed your profile, you don't see who liked your profile, which you can only see when you have the paid access to the app. You can only give 2 likes a day, because you can like the profiles of the people you like, and with the paid version you can give as many likes as you want, and this is restricted in the free version. Also, I think the search function is a bit limited. You can only filter out people by location and not by their height and other things. And this is also a big one. You can't text people. So the only thing that you can do if you want to get in touch with someone, you can send an emojigram, which is the emoji on CatholicMatch. And if someone responds to you, you have to wait 7 days until you can see the answer. So that's a bit annoying. Okay, so this is an important one. What misconceptions should you maybe avoid, or what expectations might not be met on the app? And the first thing here is that just because someone is Catholic doesn't mean that you can trust them more than if this was just a non-Catholic stranger you just met. And I'm not necessarily only talking about Catholics by name, but people who seem to be devout or who maybe are really devout. They still can hurt you, even if it's involuntarily. And ghosting is something that does happen on the app. You can tell me in the comments to what degree you think ghosting is okay. After how many messages you maybe should not ghost someone. I would be interested in your opinion. And another thing you cannot expect on the app is that the guy or the girl you're talking with is only talking with you on the app. And another thing you can't expect on the app is that just because someone is messaging you, the person has read your profile. People might be texting you just for fun and might have not seriously looked through your profile and maybe look for things that might be a problem. What can you do instead? I mean, if you came to the conclusion that maybe you're not ready yet to be in a relationship, or you're not ready yet to be looking for a significant other, Heather on A Catholic Mom's Life gave some tips a couple of months ago on her YouTube channel, which I have linked in the description, where she says that you have to pray for your spouse. You have to work on yourself, get some good education, meet personal goals, grow in your faith. And in the end, if it doesn't work out, if you still try the whole dating thing and it doesn't work out, know that you can be happy, you can be strong, and you can be fulfilled even if you're single. That's been it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, maybe share this with someone who needs to hear this too. And see you next week. God bless. Bye.